Yeah, how you going? This is Mr. Mashman, Mojo Mashman, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to talk about, um, uh, actually, I'm gonna start a new series where I'm going to talk about a bunch of M Night Syamalan movies, starting with his breakout film, not his first directorial debut, but his breakout films, The Sixth Sense, until Split, because I already reviewed the last in this channel. You can watch that first or something, but yeah, I wanna talk about M Night Shyamalan because one of my friend actually wants me to talk about The Last Airbender, which is the live action Avatar Legend of Aang movie, which is pretty bad. But yeah, I really want to talk about M. Night Shyamalan movies because you don't understand The Last Airbender until you know the context, and the context is M. Night Shyamalan's filmography, starting with The Sixth Sense. Okay, The Sixth Sense. It's a fucking classic. It's everybody probably knows about this movie. The quotes is everywhere. I see dead people. Like that's a famous fucking quote. That's a famous fucking movie. This movie is literally in pop culture, and it's a classic from 1999, and it's fucking great. I really like this movie. This is probably his best movie ever, honestly, and you understand why is it interesting to talk about M. Night Shyamalan's filmography, because after this movie, The Sixth Sense, M. Night Shyamalan's have a really bad trajectory of his career that he, he basically just fell off and makes really bad movies now, and it's really bad and concerning because I really love this movie, The Sixth Sense. And if you don't know about this movie, okay, you never watched it, okay, you haven't watched it from 21 years ago. I'm gonna spoil something in here, but it's basically a ghost movie. It stars Bruce Willis, Tony Collette, Haley Joel Osment, and basically Bruce Willis was this like psychiatrist, and then we've met Haley Joel Osment, which is this weird kid, like just really weird, and we wonder why this guy is so weird. And turns out Haley Joel Osment character can actually see dead people, and it's basically about him overcoming his fear of witnessing the dead, and more about him overcoming his fear of talking to the dead and actually helping them of not being ghosts anymore, because in this universe is basically you don't know that you're a ghost because you die abruptly. Really, you don't die in a peaceful time. Peaceful time, right? And yeah, the movie is really great. I really like everything in it. The acting is great, cinematography is great and purposeful, music is also purposeful, and just listening to M. Night Shyamalan and his interviews is like this guy knows what he's doing. And after this movie, it's just like sometimes you wonder, where is that guy? He's so talented, but where is really that guy? And we're gonna talk about I don't know, like the logic of the movie, because it's a ghost movie, and I mean, if I have to put my 2 cents on it, a ghost isn't real, but I believe we do have a certain energy that we left behind. I mean, our soul is basically just gone, but there's an energy that left behind in this universe, which is just like a different frequency, kind of like a doppelganger, and that's what I believe. But in this the Sixth Sense universe, the world, what it meant to be goes is that you don't know that you'll die, but like what weird is one of the, like, if you die hanging, for example, you basically just being hung like for hundreds of years in there, and you never knew you would die, but you were just like just hanging there and just sitting, still like that for a couple of years, and it just in my head, I'm like, that doesn't work because no, like how these ghosts could project themselves as that like when they die, like why they project themselves as having clothes and having their ropes hung in their neck, like his clothes and his the rope and the thing that killed them is going to manifest in the ghost world, because it seems like the ghost world isn't real, isn't physical. It's not really, you could not touch the ghost world even with Haley Joel Osment. Like they go to him, not the other way around. Like we cannot go to ghosts and we cannot touch ghosts. And but the thing is, why does this ghost try to reflect real lives? Like, is there ghost robes? Is there ghost clothes? Like, I don't understand. And the thing is, just think of it like logically. A lot of people died, and there's a lot of people now, and like there's 7 billion alive people on Earth, and just think about it, how much people actually fucking died in the past, and like how much is that? Wouldn't be just fucking crowded everywhere? Like, I know there's people that find their peace in death, but do you think it's a majority that people find their peace in death? Because I don't think so. There will be fucking swarming around like mosquitoes, mosquitoes, or just a pool of fucking humans everywhere. That's what I think, which just doesn't make sense. And is it just human ghosts that fucking exist? Because that makes no sense. Like, we count ourselves as living creature, so isn't there animal ghosts? Like, is there even Homo erectus and Neanderthal ghosts? How about insects? There's fucking so many insects out there, and you cannot even wonder how many of them have died. And let's not just even think about insects. Let's think about bacteria. Like like if you could count bacteria as living creature, and even trees, like we have woods as like furniture, and those are basically carcass. And like, do we have ghost trees hanging around? But like the trees that like died, basically just torn apart. So how does the ghost work in there? And yeah, if we're not talking about trees, we're talking about insects, and there's going to be so many insects out there because there's many, must be more insects than humans alive on Earth. And just imagine, for like million of years of insects died, and is accumulating for like just a, going to be a bunch of swarming of insect ghosts and animal ghosts out. How about extinct animals? Is there dinosaur ghosts just hanging around? And basically people who died, could actually see dead dinosaurs. And how about bacterias? Is asper, no, not aspers, like, is people with the sixth sense that can sense ghosts basically, if they sick, it could be two things. It could be real bacteria and ghost bacteria. like like I said, the rule doesn't really make sense on the sixth sense. But the thing is, it's not about the rules, it's about the storytelling, and just how effective is it really to tell the story of this, overcoming things really. And I think the Sixth Sense really have a great emotional drama of stories. It's just really great storytelling. It's purposeful, and I just love this movie, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you have not watched it, please watch this movie. This is really one of the best movie ever. It's really one of M Night Syamalan's best. Really, nothing can top this. He could not even made anything to top this, honestly. And yeah, and now let's go to my rating. How would I rate The Sixth Sense? Honestly, I love this movie so much, and it's been really a part of my, early years of watching films. And if I have to realistically rate it, I will rate it 8 out of 10. But honestly, it's just like it's his best movie. He cannot ever top this, and it's really powerful emotionally. It's really effective storytelling. Yes, there's a bunch of plot holes with the rules of the, ghost scene, but it doesn't really fucking matter because the movie is great. And honestly, my my honest opinion and my subjective thought, I would rate The Sixth Sense a 10 out of 10. And yeah, I did not stutter. I'm definitely gonna rate it a 10 out of 10. This is yeah, this is his best movie, and yeah, stay tuned for more reviews of M Night Shyamalan, and I'll catch you later. Good day.